Good evening. Welcome to VC3 News and Sports for Friday, August 23rd, 2024. I am Shadeen McLean. The Ministry of Housing has thus far completely repaired 171 houses that were damaged by the passage of Hurricane Beryl on July 1st. Speaking at Parliament yesterday, the Minister of Housing, Dr. Orlando Brewster, said that works on minor house repairs began the second week after the hurricane. He added that the materials that were in stock and the aid of the $6 million special warrant were used on these house repairs.
We have 185 ongoing, and we have aided persons who can assist themselves, over 215 persons, which give us a total of 571 persons that we have either completed ongoing work or we have aided with material assistance.
Minister Brewster further noted that the housing repairs are done separately in Level 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Level 3 and 4 being homes that were severely damaged and those requiring complete reconstruction. And this will be carried out by the Housing and Land Development Corporation, HLDC. Madam Speaker, as of yesterday, HLDC has received its contract for 67 homes for level 3 and 4, and work is expected to start immediately this upcoming week.
The Minister of Housing added that to ensure that the government rebuilds stronger and better houses, it will take the ministry a while to complete the work.
This task is not one that requires a quick fix. And what we realize from the Ministry of Housing, that many of the homes, you may look at them from a layman's view with your own eyes and say, well, they only need 2 sheets of galvanized or some lath. But Madam Speaker, sometime when you go in and you do a close assessment, you would realize that many of these homes, they were constructed without the proper ring beams, and therefore, sometimes the scope of work is broadened. So, even though persons are expecting that some of these things should be done in a rapid manner, and we are doing our very best to try to see how quickly we can get many of these level 1 and 2s and the 3 and 4s as well sorted. But in retrospect, we must rebuild stronger and better.
In other local stories, the Minister of Education and National Reconciliation, Honorable Curtis King, says that there is a number of mental health support programs in schools across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The minister was responding to a question asked in Parliament yesterday by the New Democratic Party's Senator Siobhan John on mental health support programs in schools. Minister King added that there are 43 counsellors functioning in both primary and secondary schools.
The counsellors conduct individual, group, and family counseling sessions. Referrals are usually done through teachers, principals, and of course, there are some self-referrals. In addition, the counselors implement programs based on their school's specific needs. Some schools also have trained peer counselors who assist in early interventions. These are students, especially at the secondary level, who are trained as peer counselors. At the primary level, students who assist in at the primary level, there are students who participate in circle time sessions, which are geared at helping students' emotional well-being.
The minister also added that the Ministry of Education has a Student Support Services Department, which also provides mental health support.
This department is staffed with a psychologist, counselors, and teachers. It serves as a referral unit for heads and school counselors. This department conducts psychological assessments and provides counseling and academic support. The department regularly conducts parenting workshops geared at providing parents with the necessary tools to better navigate the parenting task.
Meanwhile, in Parliament yesterday, the Minister of Education, Curtis King, congratulated the students who were successful in the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate, or CSEC, examination and the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination, CAPE.
Teachers, the leadership of the schools, the parents, other sponsors and supporters, as well as, and very importantly, the students themselves. Every year they engage in this exercise, despite whatever challenges might confront them. And I'm always very happy to offer my congratulations whenever they come out successfully.
The Education Minister, however, noted that this year there are some issues in the results that need to be addressed.
It's always a difficulty coming here at this early stage because we always seem to, every year now, have issues with the examinations, and we always have to be lodging queries, and we have done that again this year. So I'm not in a position yet to speak about the overall performance of the schools at the CSEC examinations. But I can assure you, as soon as we have all the information available, we will have a detailed report.
Vincentians are encouraged to attend ITA Royalty Fest tomorrow. This and other stories coming right up when we return after the break. Stay with us.
Now available from all lotto agents, Goldmine, a new $2 Instacash game with a top prize of $3,000. Goldmine, so easy to play. If your numbers equals the bars of gold numbers in the same group, win the prize shown. You can win up to 3 times. Get your Goldmine Instacash tickets where there's no waiting for a draw, and you can win on the spot. Goldmine, another easy to win Instacash game from the National Lotteries Authority.
Welcome back. On local news, international recording artist Patrick Jr. is encouraging the general public to come out tomorrow for a first-hand experience of the first ever ITIL Royalty Fest in SVG. The ITIL Fest will be held at the lawn of the entrance to the Annesville Stadium starting from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. In a recent interview with VC3, Patrick Jr. said that he will be performing some of his most popular songs.
Well, performance-wise, my people can always expect for I to do a good show. Seeing because the way how we approach music, we see it as a work. Seeing we see ourselves as servants of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia, and we see ourselves as servants spreading this message of reggae throughout the world, you know. So the ones that is coming with their family can expect a nice show from Patrick Jr., but not only from I'm quite sure from the other rest of the artists as well, you know. And we are as a part of the committee as well to make sure that the whole event runs proper and that everyone full enjoy themselves. You know?
In other local stories, a consultation was held earlier this week at the Fisheries Conference Room in Kingstown, bringing together fisherfolk organizations, non-governmental organizations, and civil society organizations. The event was inaugurated with opening remarks by Honorable Saboto Caesar, Minister of Agriculture, Forestry, Fisheries, Rural Transformation, Industry and Labor, and Mrs. Jennifer Cruikshank Howard, Chief Fisheries Officer, who presented an overview on the fisheries sector status post-Hurricane Beryl. The primary focus of the consultation was on recovery initiatives for the fisheries sector in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. Discussions were centered around the documentation of damages reported by stakeholders and exploring opportunities for collaborative efforts moving forward. Participants actively contributed by sharing the challenges currently faced within the fisheries sector and offered recommendations to be addressed. The consultation served as a platform for stakeholders to engage in meaningful dialogue aimed at the sector's recovery and sustainable development. Coming up next, we have VC3 Local Sports.
Your life, your vibe, your cola. So represent.
Your life, your vibe, representing the best cola. Me and talk about zest cola. Right, from me.
Open the cola, me a look for the best cola.
Look to the left, me see the zest cola. Look to the right, me see the zest cola.
Zest cola are the best cola. Represent for the zest cola. Zest cola are the best cola.
Zest. Your life, your vibe, your cola. Zest. Represent with the best cola available island-wide at your favorite bars, restaurants, corner stores, and supermarkets. Zest. Your cola, your vibe.
Welcome back to VC3 Sports. On the local scene in chess, after joining the International Chess Federation 3 years ago, St. Vincent and the Grenadines will have an all-female team for their second Olympiad, which will take place in Budapest, Hungary from the 10th to the 23rd of September 2024. Having debuted with an open team in the 44th Chess Olympiad in Chennai, India in 2022, SVG embarks on a new chapter in its history with an all-female squad comprising of Ronaya Durham-Balcom, Ariana Balcom, Melissa Ashton, Oresia Robinson, and Rebecca Isijuku. Two competes at this year's Olympiad, and Russell Taylor of Jamaica as their travel coach. Durham Balcom, who is also the chair of the Women and Girls Development Subcommittee and vice president of the SVGCF, is hopeful that with their participation in the 45th Chess Olympiad, it will encourage more females to join the sport here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. More on the local scene in athletics at the Lucerne Diamond League on Thursday afternoon. Victorian Olympic athlete Shafiqua Maloney competed in the women's 800 meters, finishing in 6th place. Maloney created history for St. Vincent and the Grenadines by being the first Vincentian to reach an Olympic event at the recently held Paris Summer Olympics. She competed in the women's 800-meter Olympic finals, placing fourth, just one spot short of the bronze medal with a time of 1 minute and 59 seconds. More in athletics, a one-month athletics camp held at the Victoria Park came to an end yesterday and may be to the disappointment of some of its participants. For 1 month, youngsters between the ages of 5 to 27 spent their mornings engaging in athletic training sessions with former national athlete, therapist and coach Ozari Williams. Mr. Williams, who studied physical education and sports science in Cuba, told VC3 Sports that he combined his skills to produce a program that also included numerous aspects of healthcare with the aim of improving that athletic ability for children as well as their muscular strength and health care.
They're much stronger, much faster, stuff like that, more coordination. It's all the components of fitness we're actually developing right here from an old age coming up.
He said although this was his first experience conducting a summer camp on his own, he is no stranger to it, as he has experience working along with others on similar ventures in the past.
But the first one I'm conducting by myself, from my clinic, my own training camp.
Using his own experience, Mr. Williams gave some benefits to young people getting involved in sports.
All my achievements, all my success is through sports and through the discipline I gain from sports. I as I told you before, I've always been practicing sports. I got a scholarship from sports. You know, I walk through sports and I make my living through sports. So sports is not just something you do for fun. It's actually a way of life. You know, it could give you a proper living and give you a good standard of life. You know, working for a good bit of money. Not even in St. Vincent, but outside of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
He has reminded Vincentians that good health equals good wealth and healthy lifestyles should be introduced to children at a young age. He urged parents to take greater interest in getting their children involved in any type of sporting activity, especially physical education in schools, as there are a lot of future benefits.
With me, we have Tiana Duncan and we have Zorina Harry. These are my young athletes. They've been with me for a whole year now. I think this is the future for my club. These girls, this one actually have regional exposure. She already traveled and competed overseas at 8 years old. And I have Zorina Harry preparing for competition next year also at regional games.
That's all for our local stories. We will be right back.
Win back-to-school supplies from the National Lotteries Authority. Simply combine $5 worth of non-winning Instacash tickets along with $10 worth of non-winning scratch tickets. Provide name and contact number and drop-in box provided at active Lotto agents island-wide, qualifying you for 2 grand draws where you can be one of 20 winners of $1,500 worth of school supplies. First draw August 30th and the second on September 13th. Get your Instacash and scratch tickets and win back-to-school supplies from the National Lotteries Authority. NLA terms and conditions apply.
Thank you for joining us. You can tune in to our social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as the VC3 channel 114 for more updates. See you next time. I am Shadeen McLean.